Hi, God bless you. This is a summary on Bonnie and Clyde and Ruth and Boaz. Who would you rather choose? Who would you want to be? Meanwhile, Bonnie and Clyde were American outlaws, robbing stores and outing people. They went on an outing spree across Central America. During the Great Depression, they were robbing small stores, gas stations, and banks. They were outing people in ambushes. The law enforcement in Louisiana on May 23, 1934, following a 2-year high-profile manhunt, ended them. Key facts: they loved to out people and steal. They became heroes to some, and they were happy. But others, they were criminals, and others were sad and scared. This love story hit the nations really hard and really fast. It's a real simple love story, but not your typical love story. They were two kinds that fell in love from the wrong side of the fence. Ruth and Boaz, this love story is about finding love. It's a biblical love story. And it's both simple in the narrative. It's deeply complicated in its cultural. Some say it was a romantic, heartwarming tale of faith and loyalty, a high-stakes situation of survival, intense, and vulnerability. While it's often read as a straightforward romantic story of love and redemption, its complete theme on survival, Lord, culture, and prejudice. The lost story of Bethlehem, gleaning into the fields, in the threshold floor, purpose and marriage. Ruth meets a godly man named Boaz, who lets her gather more than enough grain to survive. Eventually, they marry and have a baby named Obed. This baby is a blessing for Ruth and Boaz, and joy for Naomi. In this story, Ruth and Boaz is the center of the story, and the stakes of loyalty, faith, in God's loving providence and protection, and God's care and spiritual power. Meanwhile, both stories have high stakes of survival and love. They put hope in God on one side, and Bonnie and Clyde, they were horrific, murking people. Ruth and Boaz, they did not. They loved and they were gentle. While Bonnie and Clyde's narrative was destructive, rebellious, fatal, violent, and reckless, Ruth and Boaz, their love story is a portrayal of kindness, loving, and mature respect, with Boaz protecting Ruth. They were mutual and kind. They devoted each other. Their legacy is a blessing. Here's the key part. The biblical leads them to King David and eventually to Jesus Christ. It was a great love story. Here are the two differences. One were outlaws, and they were criminals, and they were passionate about what they did. Meanwhile, Ruth and David, they were kind. They had agape love from the Lord. They were real, and they had the best kind of love. Bonnie and Clyde were violent from the beginning, while Ruth and Boaz, they were loving, and they were from the Lord. Blessing.